Graduates and guests, the Deputy Chancellor, Mr. Richard Freudenstein from the University of Sydney, and the members of the academic processions are about to enter. Would all those who are able please stand?
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. Please be seated. My name is Christine Fairchild. I'm the manager of the Graduations Office at the University of Sydney, and I'm your Master of Ceremony for today. Well, it is our absolute pleasure to be with you here in Singapore at SIM for this very special ceremony. I'd like to take a few moments to introduce you to the people that are here on the stage with me. We have our Deputy Chancellor, Mr. Richard Freudenstein, from the University of Sydney, who'll preside over this ceremony. Excellent, we do like applauses, so thank you very much. We also have Professor Timothy Chan, Acting Provost, SIM Global Education. Professor Brendan McCormack, Head of School and Dean of the University of Sydney Susan Wakell School of Nursing and Midwifery. Professor Jacqueline Bloomfield, Director of International Programmes for the University of Sydney Susan Wakell School of Nursing and Midwifery. And Jacqueline will be presenting the graduates today. And we're also very lucky to have Madam Mary Yeo Kim Luong, Associate Adjunct Lecturer at the Alice Lee Centre of Nursing Studies at the National University of Singapore, Yong Lu Lin School of Medicine, as our guest speaker today. And now the other people seated on the stage are the professors, academics and SIM staff who've played such a large part in the success of our graduates who are here today. But it now gives me great pleasure to invite our Deputy Chancellor, Mr. Richard Freudenstein, to formally open proceedings.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the Chancellor and all Fellows of the Centre of the University of Sydney, it is my great pleasure to warmly welcome you to this special graduation ceremony. I'm honoured to be here in Singapore, a nation admired around the world for its remarkable history and success. I would like to express the University's thanks to the Singapore Institute of Management for the enduring partnership we have shared for more than 3 decades and for hosting us today as we celebrate our graduates' achievements. We're honoured to have shared such a long and successful relationship with the Institute, and we look forward to continuing this partnership for many years to come. The University of Sydney is proud of its strong and growing ties with the nation of Singapore as a whole, and of the vibrant community of Sydney alumni who continue to make a difference across the region and beyond. Ceremonies like this one, steeped in centuries of academic tradition, reflect the depth of our collaboration and shared values that underpin our work together. This year, the University of Sydney proudly celebrates its 175th anniversary. Since our foundation in 1850, in what was then the British colony of New South Wales, half a century before Australia became a country, we have grown into one of the world's leading universities. This is due to our long-standing commitment to excellence in education and research that makes a difference to the lives of the communities we serve. And today's ceremony is a wonderful celebration of how impact over time has grown and grown, from our founding mission to serve the people of New South Wales, to supporting the growth of Australia as a modern nation, to collaborating with partners around the world, and especially with our close neighbours in Asia. Our partnership with SIM began in 1994 with a vision to support the development of degree-qualified healthcare professionals in Singapore. In 2008, this collaboration evolved to focus specifically on nursing, and since then, the relationship between SIM and the University of Sydney's Susan Wakel School of Nursing and Midwifery has flourished. It is a partnership built on mutual respect, shared purpose, and a commitment to excellence. Over the years, more than 4,000 health professionals have graduated through this partnership, most of them registered nurses. Many of them now hold senior leadership roles in Singapore's healthcare system. This is a remarkable achievement and one we celebrate with immense pride. The dedication to our current students and staff to education, research and service continues to uphold this amazing tradition. Their efforts have helped position Sydney Nursing School as one of the top-ranked nursing schools in Australia, with a reputation that is recognised globally. Our graduates today are not only equipped with world-class qualifications, but also with the knowledge, compassion and leadership skills they need to make a meaningful impact here in Singapore and wherever their careers may take them. So congratulations once again to all our graduates. We celebrate your achievements today with great pride and joy. I now invite Professor Chan to give his address.
Mr. Richard Freudenstein, Deputy Chancellor, the University of Sydney. Madam Mary Yeoh Kim Nguyen, Associate Adjunct Professor, Alice Lee Centre for Nursing, Yong Su Lin School of Medicine, National University of Singapore. Distinguished guests, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon and welcome to the SIM, the University of Sydney Graduation Ceremony 2025. To all our graduates, congratulations on reaching this significant milestone. The path here has been demanding, yet you met each challenge with courage, perseverance, and resilience. We are immensely proud of you. And I'm sure your family and loved ones are too. So when you have a moment later, do thank them for the love and support. The University of Sydney is ranked first in Australia and 20th in the world for university nursing education and research excellence in the QS World University Rankings by Subject 2025. Over the past 31 years of our partnership, we have developed a robust and practical curriculum that has prepared over 4,000 nurses with strong research skills and ethical foundation to make a difference in healthcare. It is our privilege to partner with the University of Sydney, and we look forward to continuing this meaningful collaboration for many more years to come. Graduates, as you embark on this meaningful career, let me offer you 3 principles that I hope may guide you in your journey. First, embrace change and adopt an attitude of lifelong learning. The healthcare industry is constantly evolving alongside the changing needs of our nation. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Singapore faced an immense manpower crunch. Today, a different challenge lies ahead. Singapore will be a super-aged society by next year, with more than 1 in 5 Singaporeans expected to be 65 years and older. There will be increasingly complex medical needs. Health Minister Ong Ye Kung spoke of the need for a different system of care during his speech at the Nurses Merit Award in July this year. Instead of relying mainly on hospital for healthcare, Singapore will move towards delivering preventive and continual care in the community. As Singapore gears up to transform our system of care to meet the nation's evolving needs, your role as nurses will also change. It is therefore important that you remain agile and adaptable, with the courage to embrace change and curiosity to keep learning. Next, remember to practice self-care. As a nurse, you will have to work long shift, overnight shift, and at times under high pressure conditions. I know this very well because one of my children worked in the healthcare industry. I think I met him only 2 or 3 times a week sometimes. It will be physically, mentally, and emotionally demanding. You will experience both the joys of seeing your patients recover and the grief of losing patients who succumb to their conditions. The emotional weight of caring for patients and their families can take a toll on you over time. Without proper care for yourself, it may become difficult for you to care effectively for others. So recognize your limit, seek the support from your colleagues, and build strategy to recharge. This can include regular physical exercise, relaxation practices, or doing something that reminds you of who you are beyond your role as a nurse. Lastly, never lose sight of your why. When you feel overwhelmed and exhausted by challenges, remember the very reason why you stepped into this field. Perhaps it was a deep desire to help others, a personal encounter with a compassionate nurse, or a conviction to make a difference. While you won't be able to cure every patient, your work as a nurse will empower you to treat and comfort every person who comes into your care. This is where the profound power of your profession truly lies. In the moments when a cure isn't possible, your passionate care, your listening ear, and your gentle touch become the most powerful medicine you can offer. This is the truth behind the saying, to cure sometimes, to treat often, to comfort always. It is your unwavering commitment to this last part, to comforting always, that will define your legacy as a nurse and leave an indelible mark on those that you serve. In closing, a new season of growth awaits you. We are proud of all that you have accomplished, and we are confident that you will continue to make a meaningful impact in the lives of many. So go forth with courage and let your passion for helping others guide you. Congratulations once again, and I wish you the very best.
This ceremony has been arranged in order to present degrees to those who have fulfilled all the conditions required of them by the statutes of the university.
Would all candidates please stand? Deputy Chancellor, I certify that all candidates in attendance at this ceremony have successfully completed the requirements of the degrees which they are to receive.
In the name of the Senate and by my authority as Deputy Chancellor, I admit you to the degrees to which you are entitled to receive.
Thank you. Now you can see the photographers were here for taking some photos of you, so we're going to get some nice group shots of you for later on. Just one more big smile. Excellent. Please be seated.
Deputy Chancellor, I present the graduates from the University of Sydney Susan Wakehill School of Nursing and Midwifery with the degree of the Bachelor of Nursing. Ahmed Firdaus bin Zaini. Albric Tang Se Kiat. Althea Chu Singying. Andrea Wong Yung Lee. Ong Shen Yen. Ang Wei Hong. Ang Shui Ming. Audrey Tang Ju Mei. A. Sander Kao. Chan Ji Sin Klisa. Chiang Tia Chuen. Chen Yu Xiao. Chua Chin Pei. Chue Zong Min. Du Sinai. Duan Tianya. E. Kine Pure. Erin Patricia Binti Amina Hudan. Esther Ko Ling Ling. Fan Yu. Feng Po Yi. Go Ziru. Hananti, daughter of Sathais Kumar. Hannah Sue Lee An. Heng Pit Hua. Hernandez Ashley Princess Galang. Nin Mayat No O. Ho Shu Xuan. Hui Hui. Ira Meralda Binti Rani. Kayatri Devi, daughter of Shekrad. Keratitka, daughter of Ragathon. Kimberly Leong Ray Shen. Kong Choi Lee. Kwo Jia Jia. Lili Ying Eunice. Lee Sin Yi. Lim Si Ming. Lim Ji Xuan Ryan. Lee O Ya. Lo Ri Xuan. Makantini, daughter of Krishnamurti. Murat Bek, Kizi Altanai. Miu Mit Sanda. Neo Lee De. Nivashimi Fisnik Farama. Nofadilla binti Salahuddin. Nur Amira binti Saharuddin. Nur Amir Diana binti Syed Amir. Nur Hazima binti Muhammad Vijaya. Nur Safia Yusra binti Salman. Pan Feifei. Pan Herchi. Rina Tay Zilin. Rifaya Jazira, daughter of Muhammad Iqbal. Shun Lei Shui Yi. Song Yi Fan. Su Chien Wan Andrew. Stella Ma B. C.A. Suhima binti Sabori. Sharifa Shazana Shahaya Binti Syed Ulmun Zain. Tan Ti Jeong Isaac. Teo Hui Jun Vanessa. Tant Nadi Zin. Trisha Siobhan Lok Wei Lang. Wang Li. Wang Pan Pan. Wong Cheng Sim. Wong Gao An Esther. Wong Xiao Yi Crystalline. Yasniza Binti Mohammed. Yip Mi Lee. Yip Song Ling. Yoon Wadey Kao. Yvonne C. Chang Ru. Zaya Min Luin. Thank you, Deputy Chancellor. That concludes the presentation of graduates. It is now my pleasure to invite Professor Timothy Chan, Acting Provost, to present awards to graduates who excelled in their studies. Winner of the SIM Gold Award, Leo Ya. Winner of the SIM Silver Award, Pan Fei Fei. Winner of the SIM Bronze Award, Ahmed Firdaus bin Zaini. Thank you, Professor Chan. That concludes the presentation of awards at this ceremony.
Well, that was fantastic. So congratulations again to all outstanding graduates. Congratulations. Today marks a significant milestone in your journey. I hope your time with the University of Sydney has not only helped you achieve your personal and professional goals, but also deepened your understanding of the world and your place within it. Your degree is a remarkable achievement, one that can open doors and signal your commitment to excellence, compassion and service. As health professionals, you've chosen a path that makes a real difference in people's lives, and for that, we thank you. At the University of Sydney, we believe in leadership for good. Leadership is not only found in grand gestures, but in everyday acts of kindness, courage and integrity. As you take the next steps in your professional and personal lives, we trust you will lead with heart and purpose as part of our alumni community of more than 450,000 members around the world. To the family and friends of those who have supported our graduates, a big thank you. Your encouragement and care have been vital to their success, and today you should be very proud of their achievements. And I say that as a parent of someone who graduated from the university this year, so trust me, I understand all the support that you've given. And to our academic staff, thank you for your dedication and inspiring the next generation of healthcare leaders. But let me finish with a final congratulations to our graduates. We are so proud of you. Wherever life takes you, we hope you'll stay connected with the university and with each other. It is now my great pleasure to introduce our guest speaker, Mary Yeo Kim Yong. Mary was a student in the very first University of Sydney nursing cohort in Singapore 31 years ago. She is a distinguished healthcare leader in Singapore with a career spanning nearly 2 decades dedicated to improving clinical quality and patient safety. Her work has been instrumental in elevating standards across Singapore's public healthcare institutions, including leading efforts to achieve Joint Commission International accreditation. A nurse by training, Mary has championed initiatives that empower clinical leadership, enhance patient care, and foster a culture of safety and collaboration. Her contributions have earned her national recognition, including the Ministry of Health's Outstanding Clinical Quality Activist Award. Please join me in welcoming Madam Mary Yeo Kim Yong to speak. Thank you.
Thank you for your kind introduction, Deputy Chancellor, Mr. Richard Freudenstein, Deputy Chancellor, the University of Sydney, Professor Timothy Chan, Acting Provost, SIM Global Education, Professor Brendan McCormack, Head of School and Dean, the University of Sydney, Susan Wakil, School of Nursing and Midwifery, Professor Jacqueline Bloomfield, Director, International Program, the University of Sydney, Susan Wakil, School of Nursing and Midwifery, distinguished faculty, respected mentors, honored guests, dedicated colleagues, proud families and friends, the graduating class of 2025, my heartiest congratulations. You made it. I am truly honored to be here today. I feel a deep connection to this program because I was part of its pioneering post-registration cohort from 1994 to 1996. 80 senior nurses, full of hope and responsibility, began this journey to shape the future of Singapore healthcare. Today, 31 years later, over 4,050 have followed, and now you, 100 strong graduates, are joining this proud lineage into the next era of healthcare leadership. No journey is made alone. Look around. Behind you, graduates. Beside you, they are your teachers, supervisors, mentors, peers, family members, and friends who believed in you when the path was unclear. Their faith gave you wings. I still remember my first mentor, a senior ward sister, who said after a long shift, "Books will make you competent, but people will make you wise." Thinking of that today, your professors, your mentors, and families are the reason you dared to dream. Education is not just a personal achievement. It is a ripple of inspiration that touches patients, families, and strengthens communities. Graduates, you enter nursing at a time of unprecedented change. Having seen SARS, hospital restructuring, and now COVID-19, each crisis tested leadership, teamwork, and compassion. I remember logging into Zoom classes during COVID-19. Nearly 40 anxious patients stepped back at me. Some joined from the hospital break rooms, some in quarantine, and some face-to-face. Yet that determination was palpable. It reminded me resilience is learned together in the shadow of a pandemic. Your leadership begins now, graduates, not only to survive storms, but to steer through them and guide others safely, ethically, and compassionately through complexity, uncertainty, and hope. We live in a world of artificial intelligence, telemedicine, digital health, and robotics These tools can process data, suggest intervention, and streamline systems, but they cannot replace the essence of nursing that you can give. I recall a night when the monitor showed all clear, yet my instincts told me something was wrong. Within minutes, we averted a crisis. The world needs nurses who redefine care in every era when resources are stretched and policies shifted. I realized leadership is not about having all the answers. It's about building strength together. Lean on colleagues, mentors, and patients. They will remind you why you choose this path. Step forward with bold learning and humble service. Technology as your tool, not your master. Advocacy for ethics, justice, and humanity. Mutual support. Nursing is a collective calling. A presence that proves, even in the age of AI, care is human. Class of 2025, Carpe Diem. Seize the day, your day. Let every patient, every student, and colleague you encounter feel the ripple of your leadership and care as you serve. Step into the future with courage, wisdom, and compassion. Carry forward the mentorship you have received and become mentors yourself. You are called to action. Create your vision. Climb your mountain. Pursue your aspirations. Be the difference in the world you wish to see. Thank you, graduates, for choosing nursing. Thank you for choosing to lead. Shall we all give a vote of thanks to the University of Sydney faculty and team and a unique partnership with the SIM team as catalysts of change in healthcare education and leadership for 31 years and still counting. Thank you from all of us here as we celebrate as one and Singapore 60 years. Thank you, Faculty of Sydney and SIM. Thank you, graduates, for choosing nursing. See you outside.
Thank you, Mary, for a wonderful oration, and thank you for acknowledging the significance of nursing in this changing world that we are in today. It's a really powerful message that I think we should never forget. Professor Chan and I would now like to present you with some gifts. Well, thank you so much for this wonderful ceremony. Congratulations to all our new graduates, and welcome to the University of Sydney Global Alumni and to the nursing alumni in particular. We're delighted to have you with us and delighted to be part of our community. And huge congratulations on your success and for all that you have achieved through this degree. As you probably already know, nursing is the most trusted profession in the world, and every rank and every survey we come out on top. But when you are on top, it also means that there's a light shining on you, which people can try and knock down. And for a long time, for me, nursing is one of those things that we have to be very proud of and defend at all cost because of the way that it can get eroded. My doctorate is in philosophy, and so I do like a good philosophical quote to try and capture some of these. And the one I'd like to offer you is this, which is, don't worry your pretty little mind, people throw rocks at things that shine. And that's by that wonderful philosopher, Taylor Swift. So thinking about Taylor Swift, I think we all have a lot to learn from the kind of global community that Taylor Swift brings around her, and the kind of connections that those kind of human and artistic and creative beings that nurses are, and how that joins us together as a global community, whether it be here in Singapore or around the world. I've remembered on Monday that it's my 45th year as a nurse. On Monday, I started off my career, and that was a bit of a shock to realize that it was 45 years later and I'm still standing. But I've had that... But I don't think I've ever regretted a day in my life as a nurse, and everything that has been achieved. I'm very proud and privileged to now work in around 31 countries around the world in practice, in research and education. And there are very few professions that can really give that kind of global connection and global friendships such as nursing. And I would like to give you kind of three messages in that sense of what's important in terms of staying going and what has sustained me over that time. Many of these messages have already been given to you, and I think it's really important to reinforce them. Firstly is never stop learning. It's a continuous process, it's a daily process, it's formal and it's informal, and it happens in all kinds of shapes and guises as you develop your career even further. The second is never be without a mentor or a coach or a critical friend. And 45 years later, I still have my mentor, not the same one from 45 years ago, but still someone who I see as that close person who I can turn to when I need that help. And thirdly is, of course, to pursue formal leadership development and formal study in leadership and advancing your career. And of course, please do that at the University of Sydney. But nursing is a global profession, but it's also existing at a time in a global change when lots of things are changing. As Mary pointed out in her talk, we are now in an era with rapid digital change, with rapid AI change, and rapid planetary change, which is really impacting on the quality of the Earth. But the one thing that is very true is that no bot, no algorithm, no digital solution can ever replace the fundamentals of nursing. That human connection, that relational part of care, that connection that we bring to people at times of distress and happiness is something that can never be replaced by a large data set or an algorithm. And we must always remember that as we go through this rapidly changing time that we are working in today. Most of my career, well, for 35 years of it, I've spent working with people with advanced dementia. And if ever we need reminding of why it is important to have nurses who connect with people, then it is with people who are living with dementia and other chronic and long-term conditions. Those people remind me every day of my life why it is so important that I do what I do, why I fight the cause that I do, and why I stay strongly focused on ensuring that we bring out the best in everyone who is a nurse. And we need to constantly remind ourselves of that focus and why it is that we have pursued the profession that we have and have done the things that we have done and the kind of challenges that we faced in doing the kind of academic study that we are doing. And so what I want to do is to just say, don't ever forget that fundamental. Don't ever forget that person-centered approach that this program at the University of Sydney gives you, that sits alongside in very proud focus at the technical aspects of care that are also so fundamental to what we do. And so congratulations to you all. And as I've started with a philosopher, I'll end with the same philosopher who says, just be yourself because there is nobody else who can. So congratulations, enjoy your celebration, and I wish you a long and successful nursing career.
So that does bring us to the end of the formal part of the proceedings. And the Deputy Chancellor and Professor Chan invite all the new graduates and guests to join them for photo opportunities and refreshments out in the atrium. We also have Elaine Brady from the alumni team who's with us today. She'll be out there in the atrium as well. She's got some lovely 175th commemorative pins. So please go and see her and have a chat and get one of those as well. Now, the Deputy Chancellor and members of the academic procession are about to leave, and we invite all the new graduates to join in the procession. If I could just ask guests to remain in their places until the procession has left, but don't worry, you will be reunited with your loved ones once we get into the atrium. But for now, will all who are able please rise for the academic procession.